we have so much joy going on. Let's see what we've got. Snuggle, don't smuggle, part 2. Yeah, sure. Let's get ready for this big battle. Oh my god, I want you so bad. God, I love you so much. I would love to just walk outside and see women that look like her. And her. Instead, I see nothing but fat, disgusting broads. I don't use words like broads or dames or whatever for women, but with the women I see on a daily basis, they don't deserve that respect. I don't even know if I can call them women. But these German women... See, the funny thing is... Ooh, we've got items to get. The funny thing is, with the bookman, I'm 41 years old, right? So when I was growing up, certain words just didn't make a difference. Whether you said them publicly, private, didn't fucking care. Nobody cared. Nobody cared about words until they realized they can use... said... God, I love you. Overemphasis on the speaker of specific words saying specific words as a means to get more cheap money and free money in lawsuits, which is all it is. But there are words that I just don't use, especially when I'm posting videos publicly like this. Oh, that hit, stop it. What was that, once taking a piss over there? What's going on? Wait, tentacle monster over there? What's up there? We're not going to hit 30,000. It hasn't happened yet. It's not going to happen. God, I love you. We're going to try, though. Let's try that. I should probably go for the second chain or some shit. God, I want you. No, that was garbage. Wasn't there 4 in that group? I love you, baby. I love you so much. So, there are certain words that I don't find offensive that might just pop out of my mouth, because when I was growing up they weren't offensive. They just became offensive about 8 years ago, which makes this a lot more entertaining, I would expect. So anyway, again, if your intentions are not to offend, then it should just be a simple explanation as to, oh, you know, people don't like that anymore. In which case I could say, oh, you know, I really don't fucking care. Yes, kakatte koi, yes, absolutely. Yes, my love, I dibaba yo all day long. Yes! You shut up. Hey, he made it to 23. Congratulations, son. Here's your pat on your head. I don't mean to offend. Don't tell me I offend. So I try not to. If you find anything I say offensive, I do apologize. I love my ladies. And if I could be on a planet filled with women that look like Erza and Lucy and Mira Jane and all these, I would say, yes, blast me there, please. And all these guys that say like, women hit men. You think I fucking care? This woman hits you, you're gonna have a problem with it? Please, stop yourself. Yummy. Virgo. I like it. I like the way you say Virgo. My God, I want you so bad. Then again, I'm a glutton for punishment. Oh. Oh, you want to moonflash me, baby? I know I've said that before. I'm just going to say it again. Do you have a pattern? No, you don't. You... Fuck. No. We'll just punch him. Hit one guy. Oh, resist everything. You suck. Wait, you have a weird shape thing, don't you? You suck. You suck. Yeah, good. Beat his ass. I love you. Yummy. Got it. Capricorn. Like it. I just love listening to her say Capricorn, Aries, Scorpio. I love listening to Lucy and Erza say things in general. Ow! Got stuff to do, damn it. Again, I'm going to say this one more time, and I'm probably going to title this one something sexual. I mean, it's not difficult for me with the way this game is made. But I'm going to say this one more time, and I just want everyone to, again, comprehend. I'm not attempting to offend you, but you're not critics, so please stop acting like it. You're embarrassing yourselves and your family members. People here on this YouTube network talk shit like they could write anything if their lives depended on it. You never studied. You just studied what other people on YouTube have said. You're not critics. You don't know anything about filmmaking, story writing, because I hear what you say. And it's clear to me that you nitpick based on whether or not you like characters. And that's got nothing to do with writing a fucking storyline. Likeable characters has nothing to do with writing a good story. A good story is more than just writing likable characters. That doesn't take much. To understand what people like in people doesn't take much. You understand? So, what it comes down to is you have to have a good story. Or at least an entertaining one. I have not seen a Japanese video game or cartoon with a good story per se. I've just seen them with likable characters per se and good scenarios more or less, but not really good stories. I mean, a lot of these stories are fucking insane. But the reason why Japan gets away with it is because Japan does have endearing moments. They do have a human quality, a human element that can help you ignore how bad their storylines are. Or again, it's not that, I don't want to say bad, they're just fucking nuts. Their storylines are nuts. But again, it's the difference. What makes DC better than Marvel? DC has better storylines. Marvel has better characters per se, but DC has better storylines. I love you so much. But what I'm trying to explain is, when it comes to movies, when it comes to video games, one of the reasons why these games, hey, level up. One of the reasons why these games and storylines and everything like that are so bad is because people like these kids on YouTube that have no concept of what they're talking about, but just regurgitate what everyone else says using their videos as proof of what they're saying being true. They're just responding to you assholes, because you have to understand something. The people that run Hollywood and the United States in general are lazy, pathetic, fucking wastes of space that were handed everything their entire lives. They don't want people to dislike them, and above all, they make things based on what everyone wants. So, in their attempt to make what everybody wants, they just keep making shit that you get angry about, unless you like the characters. Then you're not so angry, and they get away with it. I don't want them getting away with it. They're making too much fucking money. Yes, so, I appreciate, this all comes, hey, 24. This all comes from me watching another video about somebody doing, because Cinema Sins is not popular enough on its own. Now people have to copy it. So this kid is doing a Cinema Sins for video games and everything, which, by the way, Cinema Sins has its own thing. I mean, YouTube is just stealing from each other. It's pretty bad. And this is coming from somebody that was inspired by popular online YouTube personalities, which is why I do what I do. I'm better than them in every fucking way. Oh my god. But that's okay. They get paid, I don't. Anyway. Oh, babies. Can you guys, shower together?
Yes?
God, I want you. That's an awesome noise. Oh my god. Please punish me now. Oh, this is ridiculous. Yeah, they're not trying to get you off. But I love how they make it so male-centric. Only in the United States would women like this shit. So anyway, So they're doing a, cinema sins or video game sins for The Last of Us 2. I'm loving it. I'm loving how everybody despises this game. Because The Last of Us 1 was not that good. It was pretty bad, actually. Leo! I don't know why he looks like a fox, because Leos are supposed to be lions. So the first one was not that good. Let's just call it the way it is. It was a third-person shooter, zombie apocalypse, been there, done that too many times in the last few years. Joel went from being a family man to being a soulless monster to being a family man again to being a soulless monster. Oh, I gotta grab those tits. I'm sorry. Yummy. The noises you make, my love. Oof. So, God, I love you. That's a lot of pages. Oh, damn it. But again, it was an average third-person shooter. The Order 1886 was a better third-person shooter than fucking The Last of Us, alright? It was. And The Order 1886, nobody gives a shit about. God, I want you. And I can say that in full personal experience because I played both, okay? I know everyone got pissed off and I was saying Metal Gear Solid is overrated because you play them. I played 2 of them. That was more than enough to realize that they're not near perfect fucking games. Boy, that was a waste of a fucking ability. Especially when the creator of the storyline says with a laugh he doesn't know what the storyline's doing because he just makes the mechanics first, then focuses on storyline. Boy, that was not obvious in your production. So anyway. So anyway. The storyline was a convenient mess of why exactly would this... Nah, let's go up with this. Why exactly would this highly controversial group that for whatever reason wants to save mankind, but mankind I guess doesn't want to be saved because we're all animals or some shit, some bullshit liberal arts asshole theory of how humanity is the worst form of life on Earth and all that. But whatever the case, this group that wants to save humanity, apparently they're pariahs that everyone's trying to destroy or whatever it is. So they rely on 2 transporters, neither of whom you could construe as the least bit trustworthy to take a young lady across the United States when they could have easily done it themselves. In fact, the woman in question, Miriam, whatever the fuck her name was, the one that Joel shot point blank in the fucking head to end the game. She got back to her base of operations before Joel and Ellie did. So why didn't you just fucking take Ellie with you? Not to mention the fact that Ellie knows how to do invasive surgery because when Joel was impaled by a fucking girder, she was able to nurse him back to health after putting his intestines back where they came from. So clearly she could have helped Meredith Morakovitz, whatever the fuck her name was, from a little boo-boo she got in her side. And the one big, huge monstrosity of a plot hole in all zombie apocalypse games is how do other people catch a disease that the main characters keep getting exposed to consistently throughout the course of the game and not even show a sign of remotely being discomforted. I mean, the only game that did something was Resident Evil 4, where they made it, you needed to be injected with it, and the so-called zombies were moderately mindless, but they had some sort of organism inside of them that they were given directly from the guy that was running things. And they put it into they put it into the president's daughter. Nice. So you had to extract it, and then Leon got it too. So like they explained that they put that in there, and they had to extract it. So it wasn't like they kept getting bitten by those that are spreading some disease and they just weren't catching it. Like, in The Last of Us, where you have so many maybe shamblers or whatever you want to want to call them? Infected. Yet, they would only hang out in the most random and darkest of places. Like, they weren't hanging in the streets or anything. I love you, baby. And just the fact that Joel didn't give a shit about her until, like, the very last second. When she revealed, oh yeah, I know about your daughter. And then he said, you ain't my daughter, and I sure as hell ain't your daddy, and we're going our separate ways. Then they get attacked by humans that aren't infected, for some reason. They never really explain that. And then he says, oh no, I'll take it from here. It should have been more like the way Stone Cold said to Vince McMahon when he was acting as a nurse. That's okay, I'll take it from here, nurse. And he just like, you know, got rid of her or some shit, I don't know. Not that I didn't like Ellie, I kind of did, but... The main reason why I liked Joel was because I thought that Nolan North was voicing him over. Until I found out Nolan North was voicing over the psychopath that wanted to kill a 13-year-old young lady for reasons. He explained them, but I don't know what the hell they were. Again, because liberal arts school, humanity is evil, just on its own. So, like I said, Last of Us 1 wasn't that great. You just thought it was great because you loved Joel and it looked good. Sony, covering up shit with a pretty little bow. It looks good! Boy, that looks real! Yeah, the game sucks. What do I care? Yes? It's like playing as Mary Jane Watson, who's trying to be Lois Lane, and... got him. Heaven have won you. And looks as plain Jane as you possibly can get, and we're talking fucking Mary Jane Watson, the model actress, you know? And, I mean, if you wanted to do a Heavy Rain version of it where you have to shower with her and she looks like the one from the comic, and she strips and stuff, hey, fucking, I'll play her as her all you want. But if you're talking about her just sneaking around trying to avoid taking damage from people, and then bitching to Peter about, leave me alone, I'm independent. Yeah, I don't want to hear it, alright? You need to fuck yourself, Sony. You need to fuck yourself hard. Again, reasons I will never buy a Sony console. But anyway, I hear these so-called critics constantly going on about the same bullshit when you don't know what you're talking about. I like Joel, so he deserved a better fate. What the fuck does that matter? He killed an entire laboratory filled with people trying to save humanity. That makes him very unlikable. And yes, people would want revenge and shit. We're B rank already? Holy shit. If you were curvy and everything, I wouldn't mind seeing you as much, but the way you just float in on people is kind of frightening. But we're B rank, so it doesn't matter. I don't know what any of that means. I want sex with you, I want sex with you, very much so. So like I was saying, so just listening to all these not critics, these fans going on and on about all this shit, you're the reason why shit gets made the way it gets made. Because you keep bitching about things, these lazy assholes that make too much money keep making things based on what you want, or what they think you want, and then we have shit being made. I am so in love with it. One thing I could never take away from Japan is the effort. They put fucking effort, and they believe in everything they do. It is tremendous. Yeah, I guess because I'm using you. I still don't know how to get their alternate costumes. Yeah, I don't want to see it. Get out of here. Let me guess, is it gray? Does gray have a gray color? So anyway, I might make a video about it, I don't know. I haven't really thought about making videos like this in a while because nobody watches. So instead I'll give it to you here. Give it to me. What do we have in terms of remodeling? They're all 2 ranked. Let's get them all to 3 ranked. I've got the Mune. 5% max HP increase. Yay. Yeah, you're claws bent. We're almost maxing these out. Increase sales by 24%. You fucking fairy! Ah, your fucking fairy gate. Wow, that's 5 already. These are 3. Oh, okay. I'm not doing this. I'm not balancing this out at all. So. Why would I focus on balancing it out now? Oh, you're so inconsistent, Bookman. God, I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to you, baby. So you're still level 42. Huh, let me duel you. Hi. Mavis! Well, you're only level 6. Yeah, why not? Let's see what this is about. I love you, baby. If you lose, you have to let me fill you up. Wow, I gotta take you all on. Oh, I can do this easily. Oh, no, it's just her. Okay. That was easy. You get no experience points, then why are you displaying it? Thank you, you got your ass beat. Oh, you receive items? What's this flag overhead? What does that mean? Let's take a look at the blue. The B, blue, subdue. I mean, I'm thinking they want us... We're going to go into the main storyline next. The Beast. Let's do something different. I've never heard of a mimic. There's got to be a mimic. It's a Japanese game. God, I want you, baby. Yummy.
Yes.
I love you. So anyway, if I could... First off, I just want to let you know that when I played Last of Us 1, it did impact me. And my review did reflect that. But at the same time, I was saying, I don't know, too many convenient coincidences to get this ball rolling. And what that means to me is that, look, when you write a story, you want to come up with a main idea, the plot, you know? But to keep people engaged or to expand on what's going on, you have to have subplots. Well, you don't have to, but you should, or whatever. All this stuff kind of happens organically. I've been writing for years. You don't really sit there and contemplate, plot. I mean, if you do, you're sort of missing the point. You want to get the main idea down. Once you get the main idea down, then you can go on with whatever else. All the sub shit. I would be smelling your panties, but that's just me. God, I love her.
Yes.
Because of what they smell like?
Yes.
Can I smack you?
Yes.
You're just sort of casually walking into the side over there. See? Never seen these before. So they're weak to... Fuck. God, I love you. Oh, they're only level 18s. We got them. So the plot was always kind of broken when you think about it, you know? Because you're basing the whole storyline on whether or not this guy, Joel, could be a soulless killer. But the whole thing that drew you close to him was the fact that he had a heart. Well, you can't have a heart if you're going to just shoot up a plane. Yeah, when you think about it, it's like... And then again, I have to ask this question. If he's doing business with this beautiful woman, especially during those standards of that time frame, and he not once, he was a married man. Not once did he try to grab her ass or say, hey, come on in the back shed over there. Not once. I mean, you're trying to maintain the human population. I'm just saying, not once you try to make a move on her. Now, I wouldn't say something as aggressive as just grabbing her ass, but I'm saying you should have known each other well enough, right? And not once? This is to break this wall down. Break down the walls of Jericho. Oof. Yummy. Keep it going. Gotta bust this. God, I want you. But what would have made more sense is if he was just, oh my god, look at you. Yummy. Yeah, what she said. Oh my god, I want you so bad. Cool, we broke open the branches. And, God, I love you so much. Hey, you made it, Gray. And any wolf that tries to fuck with us gets that. So it would have made more sense if Joel. Oh, I'm supposed to be talking to you. If Joel was just some down-out drinking fool in one of these settlements, and Tressa, whatever her name is, was sort of trying, like, she knew that he was a good man and she was just trying to get that out of him, and Miriam, or whatever her name is, comes crawling in due to the fact that big corporation or big government business wants the cure for itself and is fighting against the Fireflies because they're acting like they're terrorists because they want to get the cure themselves, so they want Ellie themselves, and Miriam comes crawling into the settlement, wounded, dying, saying, you have to take her, somebody has to help me, or whatever, and Tess, getting that motherly instinct, decides, hey, let's take Ellie. Let's take her across the United States. We have the means, we have the this, that, and Joel's like, what are you, nuts? And she says, well, I'm going, so you can come with me or not, and he does. And then it becomes sort of like, hey, let's protect her, and you can switch between the two characters, you can, yeah, play like a video game, have supports and stuff, and in the end, if you built up a good rapport or relationship with Ellie, that was almost like a family, she'll fight through the surgery, humanity is saved, and she survives. But that wouldn't make sense because then you couldn't have a sequel. And the sequel has done so much for everybody, hasn't it? Yep. Again, from what I've seen, I don't think that the sequel deviates from the original one that badly. It's just Joel was the only reason to play the first one, more or less, and you killed him off. Okay, shit happens. Again, you would have to pay for your sins, but the stupid thing about it is that this group, which once was all about saving humanity, I want sex with you, saving humanity through this antibody in Ellie, is now willing to kill everybody, including Ellie, when it should have been like, you're the cure. We came here for you. You have to help and blah, 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 blah. And then it's up to Ellie whether or not she wants to track them down to murder all of them for Joel's sake, or if she actually does want to help them at their facility get that cure, which is what she originally was trying to do. That would have made more sense in the context of that game. But of course not. That's not what they went with. And it's made everyone so much happier. Oh my god. And I'm so much happier when I see you, my Juvia. If only you were real and that were me. God, I love you, baby. Alright, so anyway, when we come back, we're going to go through the main storyline. Unless how much does this cost? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. God, I love you. Can we have sex, please? Oh, baby. This looks too much like Persona 5. Increased damage dealt by follow-up attacks. Does she do follow-up attacks? Anyway, we'll be back in just a sec.